is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are the Fox. We are LA.
The Halos, in the midst of a three-game losing streak, look to turn things around. Tonight it is Big Bang Friday. It is game number 1 between the Orioles and the Angels, presented by Kawasaki ATVs. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor Rojas, along with my partner, Mark Gubiza. Last night in the finale of the series against the Oakland Athletics, the offense came to life. Unfortunately, just 10 hits. They stranded 11 guys, and Albert Pujols was a key last night with the 3 doubles. Unfortunately, no base runners ahead of him.
Yeah, Victor, he looks locked in right now to be able to drive the ball on the inner half of the plate, going to all fields throughout that ball game last night. 3 doubles for Albert. That's a pitch most people have no chance keeping it fair. Then a fastball out over the plate, just missed hitting his first home run as a member of the Angels. See that frustration. Then a fastball away, drives the ball exceptionally well to right center field. So I mentioned 3 doubles during the course, 7 doubles on the season, which tied for the lead in the American League. He's hit in 9 straight games, hit .325, getting more and more comfortable at the plate. Look for him to be able to get a pitch against Madison, drive one out of the ballpark to be able to relax not only himself, but the rest of this lineup.
Yeah, the rest of that lineup will face a left-hander by the name of Brian Mattis. Mark Trumbo is in the lineup once again. He will be making his first major league start out in left field, while the Halos will send out Jerome Williams for the second time tonight, looking for his first victory of the season. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A, so sit back and relax. We've got lineups and first pitch when we return. Ball is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. By Hyundai. New Hyundai owners are talking about their cars in the booth. And by 76 Gas. We're on the driver's side. Gorgeous shot high above the Big A. Game one of this three-game set between the Angels and the Baltimore Orioles. A very long conversation at home plate with the umpires and the managers, and that has been taken care of. We'd like to welcome the men and women in uniform serving around the world, watching tonight's broadcast in 175 countries on AFN, the American Forces Network. Thanks for all you do, and we hope you're enjoying today's telecast. Jerome Williams and the Halos have taken the field. We'll take a look at Buck Showalter's starting 9 for tonight. Nolan Reimold is the leadoff man in left field. J.J. Hardy, who had 30 home runs last year, is batting second. He's the shortstop. Nick Markakis in right field. Adam Jones is off to a terrific start. He's in center field. Matt Wieters is the catcher. Wilson Betemit, the former Tiger, former Royal. Well, he's been around a little bit. He's at third base tonight. Mark Reynolds will get the start at DH. Chris Davis, the former Texas Ranger, is at first base. And Robert Andino playing second and batting ninth. Taking on the 30-year-old right-handed Honolulu, Hawaii native Jerome Williams.
Jerome Williams struggled a little bit his last time out. Amped up a little bit. Got that sinker up in the strike zone against the Yankees. But last season against Baltimore, 2-0 with an ERA 2.51. Very good as far as that sinking fastball, split finger fastball, slider, and curve all around knee level.
Let's take a look at the defense behind Jerome tonight. Martin Trumbo, as we pointed out, making his first career start out in left field. Vernon Wells in center. Torrey Hunter is in right. Alberto Callasco and Eric Ivar on the left side. Howie Kendrick, Albert Pujols on the right, and Chris Iannetta serving as Jerome Williams' battery mate tonight.
Mark Trumbo out in left field, getting his first start in that position. Did get one start in right field. He had a little bit of left field last year in a ballgame, but that first career start, very good arm, so he will be able to challenge base stealers as they try to take it extra base.
Nolan Reimold steps up. And he looks at a fastball for his strike. Baltimore off to a very good start through the first 13 games, an 8-5 record. Reimold, a guy that they figured early on in his career would be a middle part, slightly below hitter in their order, but just trying to figure out what he is. Buck Showalter decided to put him in that leadoff spot in spring training, and he certainly responded. A .341 average to start, 4 home runs and 8 runs batted in. As the breaking pitch is down and away, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, real good power, good speed also. The guy that if you can get ahead like Jerome is right now, you can expand the strike zone, get him swinging a break a pitch out of the zone.
1-2 from Williams, just missed inside. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's Buck Showalter at the helm of these Orioles at the start of the day, and obviously right now with the Yankees having defeated the Boston Red Sox, things are different, but at the start of the day, a half-game lead in the American League East.
And it's important for this franchise to get off to a good start. They've been struggling for a number of years to try to even get a 500 record. These guys are playing well. They've been aggressive. A lot of home runs, a lot of power in this lineup. 21 home runs hit for Buck Showalter's O's so far this year.
That's second in the American League. 15 of those 21 solo shots as Reimold pulls one toward the corner. He's hooking foul. And the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Orioles 3-3 at Camden Yards, 5-2 out on the road. They played yesterday and defeated the White Sox, and then flew to Southern California. Reimold goes down swinging. There's out number 1. Take a look at our Hyundai key to the game for tonight.
For me, I'm going with Vernon Wells because he loves rock and roll. With Joan Jett, a big Oriole fan, and Vernon Wells is a big Oriole fan himself. 35 career home runs against Baltimore. And of course, also is 5 for 6 in his career against Mattis. So look for Vernon Wells to have a big game.
All right, he's your pick to click.
Yes, it is. No question.
J.J. Hardy steps in with 1 out, nobody on, the shortstop. In his first full season with Baltimore last year, as we pointed out, a career-high 30 home runs. At 269, it drove in 80. Off to a slow start. A 188 average. Swing and a miss. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. Jerome, when he's got it going, is a sinker ball pitcher. Sinker slider. Hampered early part of spring training with a hamstring issue. That one catches the outside corner. It's 1-2.
And when he's on a roll, he's got a great pace. Doesn't waste time between pitches. Tries to stay in and out, down in the strike zone, changes speeds well.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts for Jerome Williams, 2 down.
A nice sharp breaking pitch for Jerome Williams. First punch out, he went up the ladder with a fastball. Good velocity so far, 92, 93. He's been using his cut fastball. Nasty slider. Good split finger fastball also.
Jerome made his first start against the Yankees on Sunday night, lasting just 2 2/3, giving up 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 strikeout, and 3 walks. As Nick Markakis looks at strike 1. Markakis off to a slow start as well, just a 200 average, a couple of home runs, 5 runs batted in. 28 years of age as he looks at strike 2. Seventh overall pick by the Orioles in 2003. Here's the 0-2. He pulls this one into right field, and there's a base hit, 2-out knock. Tried to come in off the plate, just didn't get it in far enough. And the inning continues for Adam Jones.
Yeah, he tried to run that 2-seam fastball back in the inner half, but it stayed true in the inside corner. Markakis quick through the swing, gets a base hit. Job of tucking in his hands and hitting that ball in the right field.
Adam Jones, the batter, cleanup man for the Orioles. 5 home runs, 8 runs batted in here in the early going. See the 4 home runs in the last 7 games, so 321 overall average. The first pitch is a strike. Jones hit career highs last year. Home runs, runs batted in, 25 bombs, 83 RBIs. Terrific athlete. Go out and get it out in center field. Covers a lot of ground. Markakis with a short lead over at first. That one's on the outside corner. 0-2 count.
We're doing a nice job at establishing that first pitch strike. Got a good fastball working. Adam Jones was a guy in the past that would definitely chase breaking pitches out of the strike zone, especially when he's behind in the count. The talk is he's been shortening up his swing in this spot.
A quick step off, Markakis is back.
Well, you notice Iannetta was setting up inside, and Adam Jones looked back. You wonder now if he's just doing that and then going to go a breaking ball away now. See if he was peeking back there to see if he was going inside.
0-2 pitch, breaking pitch, broken bat, bouncer over to Kayaspa. He'll go the short way. The inning comes to an end. We head to the bottom of the first. Ibar, Kendrick, and Pujols to face Brian Mast with no score. The Angels at 4-9 with that 3-game losing streak. Nice first inning for Jerome Williams. We'll take a look at Mike Scioscia's starting lineup for tonight. Eric Ibar back in that leadoff spot after a couple of hits in the 8-hole last night. He's playing shortstop. Howie Kendrick at second. Albert Pujols at first base. Torrey Hunter's the cleanup hitter in right field. Mike decided to break up Hunter and Wells. Trumbo slides into that 5 spot. He is in left field. Wells drops to the 6th hole. He is in center field. Kendrys Morales, he'll serve as the DH, batting 7th. Chris Ionnet is doing the catching, and Alberto Callasco batting 9th. Playing third base, they take on the 25-year-old left-hander, Arizona native by the name of Brian Mattis.
Brian Mattis, a guy with a fastball, 88 to 92 range, curveball, slider, changeup. His best pitch, his changeup. And he has been struggling for quite some time. 11 straight losses in his last 12 starts, dating back to last June.
Some in the Orioles organization perhaps shortening the leash, if you will, on Brian Mattis, a guy who had a lot of promise coming out of the University of San Diego, a first-round pick, 4th overall in 2008. As you pointed out, struggled last year. Spent a considerable amount of time on the disabled list. Off to a slow start for his first 2 starts here. Dale Scott calls a strike on Eric Ibar. Eric last night, as we pointed out, a 2-for-4 night. 217 average. 1 double, 1 triple, 4 runs batted in, but that on-base percentage just at 250. If he's going to be the guy getting the bulk of the playing time in that leadoff spot, that on-base percentage needs to get up a little bit.
Yeah, he was so patient in spring training, in base hits, getting walks, not chasing pitches out of the strike zone.
Takes a strike, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ibar from the right side of the plate this year, 3 for 12. 7 for 34 from the left. The 2-2 outside. It is a full count. Howie Kendrick on deck.
Well, you would think similar to what we saw with Tommy Malone, the way he was pitching yesterday. You just got to look at the outer half. Crowd the plate against him. Trust that even if he comes inside, you'll be quick enough to be able to make good contact.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Ibar chasing a pitch out of the strike zone, and down he goes for the first out. Defensively for the Orioles, it's Reimold in left, Jones in center, and Markakis in right field. In the infield, you have Betamit, Hardy, Andino, and Davis from third to first, with Matt Wieters behind the dish.
Nick Markakis in right field, one of the strongest throwing arms in baseball from that position. Gold Glove winner last year, first time. Very aggressive in that outfield.
Terrific arm. One of the nice things that Markakis is capable of doing, really, is taking good angles, pushing balls toward the corner, and cutting off the angle.
Really aggressive out there also.
Now he fouls it straight back to the straight. No balls and 2 strikes on Kendrick, who had a 1-for-5 game last night. 255 average with a home run. 3 runs batted in. He's got 3 doubles, 1 triple. One ball, 2 strikes. Mattis, a big cat, 6'4", 200-pounders. We pointed out that first-round pick in 2008 for the Orioles. Just 12 starts last year, 1-9 record at 10.69 earned run average. Started the season on the DL all the way through June 1st with a left intercostal strain, and then struggled from that point forward. This one hit well out to deep left center field. Al Jones going back, and this one is going to short hop the fence. Gets caught up underneath the padding there, and Kendrick stops at second base with a 1-out double, his 4th of the year.
Nice job by Howie, because Mattis tried to come in with that fastball, but it was down and in. And Howie was able to jump all over that fastball. And that ability to be able to stay with that pitch. If you're going inside, he's not going to overpower you, and Howie crushed that ball right against the wall, giving him his 4th double of the season.
So Albert Pujols will get an opportunity here with the managed scoring position in the first inning. Good numbers in his career against the Orioles, 7 for 13 against Baltimore. Coming off that 3 for 5 game 3 doubles last night, now a 9-game hitting streak. Big breaking pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Albert with the 7 doubles, time for the major league lead. But just 4 runs batted in. 1-0. That one caught the outside corner.
As you can see, they're just pitchers are trying to show him in the fastballs and go real slow, whether it's curveballs or changeups. Trying to throw his timing off.
1-1 pitch, chasing a high fastball, and it's 1-2. Infield playing Pujols to pull. Andino, the second baseman, trying to keep Kendrick close to the bag. The 1-2 pitch. This one is popped up, shallow left. J.J. Hardy is going out. 2 outs. Kendrick remains at second base. Well, at least you could take solace in the fact that last night Albert popped one up to the pitcher and then went off and had a 3-double game. So got the pop-up out of the way early.
Yeah, and it's still, when you think about it, still an adjustment for him. He hasn't seen many of these pitchers at all. Maybe some interleague games, but not a lot to be able to have a feel for what they're going to try to get you out with. So again, as good as a hitter as he is, it's still an adjustment period going from the National League over here to the American League. Getting used to these pitchers.
Torrey Hunter looks at a fastball for a strike. Torrey had a 1-for-3 game. Also picked up a couple of walks last night. Average of 283. Kendrick now with a huge lead at second. 2 outs here in the first. That one's in off the plate. Manis coming into this one with an 0-2 record at 8.38 ERA in his first 2 starts. As Torrey lines one out to deep left field. Going back is Reimold. Still going back. Can't get it. One hopper off the fence. Kendrick will score. Torrey in at second with an RBI double on the halo. Strike first.
Well, we talked to Torrey the last 2 days. He's saying he's getting close to that power swing again. The approach early on to get a swing back after that tough series in New York. Hit the ball up the middle to right center. Now going fastball inside part of the plate. Really did a great job as far as getting his hand through that baseball and driving that one hop the wall in left field. Giving the Halos the early lead here at the bottom of the first.
First inning run for the first time since Monday's game. That was that 6-0 victory over the Athletics. 3 runs in that first inning, courtesy of the Kendrys Morales home run. As Mark Trumbo steps in, swings the first pitch and fouls it straight back on a fastball at 92, and it's 0-1.
I was flinching up here. If he's going to go inside with that fastball, it's going to be a long night for him because he's not getting in far enough. And his right-handed batters with the power that the Angels have, again, some good hacks at that pitch.
One ball, one strike. Mark last night had a 1-for-3 game, had a long RBI single off the fence in front of a bullpen in left field. His 4th run batted in. Strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2.
And that's where Mattis has to live. That sinking fastball away, back it up with the changeup in that same plane. You should throw the ball inside just for effect.
Weeder set up outside, and Trumbo pops it up shallow left field. Going out is Hardy. Coming in is Reimold. Still coming on, and he can't make the catch. Torrey will score. Trumbo in at second. It's 2-0 Angels. As good a season as Nolan Reimold has started off offensively, he is shaky at best in the outfield. Miscommunication between Hardy and the left fielder.
Yeah, right away, J.J. Hardy gave up on that ball thinking Reimold was going to come in and make the play. Boy, that slight hesitation and had to come in and dive. He had that play all the way. It's almost as he was looking for J.J. Hardy to make the play, and then that hesitation and forced to dive, and Trumbo gets a double.
3 doubles here in the first inning. Vernon Wells, the batter, takes a strike. A double for Trumbo, by the way, his first of the year. Vernon had a 1-for-4 game with an RBI double last night. Fouls this one off to the right. No balls, 2 strikes.
Mentioned the struggle. Yeah, the splitting up of Torrey Hunter and Vernon Wells with Mark Trumbo. That's a good idea, good decision by Mike Scioscia to give a different look, because Torrey Hunter, Vernon Wells, similar approaches to the plate. You put Mark Trumbo in between them, it's a different look for him.
Different look, forcing the pitcher to face Hunter, with the option of facing Trumbo as well. As goes down swinging. The inning comes to an end, but the Halos score 2 runs on 3 doubles, 1 complete. It's 2-0 Angels. Runs in that first inning. Ryan Maddox not very happy.
I think a location of a couple pitches results in that double by Torrey Hunter. Mark Trumbo gets a double. Of course, Howie crushed his ball dead center field on a fastball down. So good approaches to the plate, taking away the outside part of the plate, and when he comes inside, do some damage.
Jerome Williams back to work here in the second inning, facing Matt Wieters. First pitch outside. Wieters a switch hitter. To start behind the plate. 308 average to start. 4 home runs, 9 runs batted in. Skies this one out toward left center field. This one out toward the wall goes Vernon Wells, and he will make the catch for the first out.
Well, I thought that baseball had a chance of getting out. I think Jerome Williams felt the same way. Fastball right down the heart of the plate. Just looked like he was going to give a courtesy look, and all of a sudden turns and sees Vernon going back to the wall. Pretty confident he's going to make the play. Reaches up and does so. You go, yeah, it's an easy out. This way I got it. Big part of the yard.
Wilson Betemit, third baseman, takes a sinker down and away. You think he'll go in the dugout and tell Peter, hey, you've had to jump the last 2 days. I just stood there.
Didn't waste any energy.
None whatsoever. Betemit fouls it back. Effortless. Betemit with a 1-ball, 1-strike count, a 194 average, 1 home run, 5 runs batted in, getting a start over at third base. He's with Kansas City and Detroit last year. Loops this one down the left field line, slicing foul. Out of play. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Betemit a real good fastball hitter. Sometimes doesn't adjust to that changeup or slow curveball.
One, 2. Upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jerome Williams had a couple of strikeouts in the first inning, gave up that base hit to Markakis. We got Adam Jones to ground into a fielder's choice. This one back toward the middle. Ibar to his left from behind the bag. Throws on the first, and they got him. 2 down. Umpires for tonight's game, the crew chief, Dale Scott, is behind the plate. Bill Miller is at first base. Angel Campos at second base. And Dan Isonia is over at third.
Dale Scott's been around for a long time. Behind the plate. One of those umpires as a pitcher, you kind of like him back there. He's not afraid to call strikes.
Mark Reynolds, the designated hitter, takes strike 1. Reynolds saw a lot of time over at first base last year. Third baseman by trade. Breaking pitch just missing off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's a kid who 2009 with the Arizona Diamondbacks had 44 home runs, 102 runs batted in. But he will strike out and strike out in bunches.
I remember talking to Kirk Gibson about him when they were together in Arizona. He said this guy has as much power as anybody's ever seen in the game, but also doesn't make adjustments when he's behind in the count too often, as you can see the amount of strikeouts he has.
3 balls and a strike.
But these are the danger spots now when he's ahead of the count.
But last year he got, was it Heron? Right?
His buddy, his old friend.
Buddy. That was at Camden Yards. Don't want to remind Dan of that. Perhaps maybe we just did. 3-1 pitch is outside. It's a 2-out walk. So a guy that pretty much is a free swinger. And up steps Chris Davis, first baseman. Davis also off to a nice start for Baltimore. 341 average with a home run and 4 runs batted in. He was in the Texas system and was traded along with Tommy Hunter, the starting pitcher, for Koji Uehara. He swings through that one, and it's no balls and a strike.
Well, that fastball had some good movement on it. 92.
Baltimore doesn't run a whole lot. They have 5 stolen bases. They've been caught 4 times. The 5 bags puts them 11th in the American League. The 0-1 pitch. Davis is swinging a miss. Pulled the string on him.
Good off speed after the pitch before. It's all about setting up a hitter. If you can stay in that same plane away with fastball, back it up with your off speed changeup. It was very effective. 4 0-2 counts already in the game here for Jerome Williams. Try to sink a fastball away here now.
Off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, that's a good spot, though. It's just missed off the plate. And then, as a hitter, you're thinking, okay, maybe he's going to try to sneak something inside. That's when you throw that all-speed pitch back again away.
Davis with a lot of power in his bat, but also susceptible to the strikeout. One-two pulled, and a backhanded diving stop by Albert Pujols. The inning comes to an end. No runs, no hits. 1 left job hit to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Angels. robbing Chris Davis of a would-be base hit.
Well, you see him in great fielding position, cat-like reflexes, dives and makes the play. Finished off the inning. That shutdown inning for the Angels there. Important after they took the 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first.
Bottom third of the order for the Angels. Morales, Iannetta, and Callaspo. Kendry's hitting .262. Had the night off last night. 1 home run. That was a 3-run home run he hit Monday night. 2 doubles. Still looking for that first hit from the right side of the plate. He's 0 for 8. 1-0 on the corner.
Remember in spring training, batting from the right side, he was very effective. Hitting line drives between the hole and short and third, and then the same thing between first and second.
Wieters setting up outside, and that pitch is down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Unlike Tim McClellan last night, Dale Scott usually gives you a fairly quick call. This one's fouled back to the screen. Count even at 2-2. It was a warm afternoon in the area, but right from the get-go, it seems like Marine Layer coming in early. This one's bounced to the right side. Andino to his left with a nice diving stop. Throws it on the ground to Chris Davis, and the out is recorded. Nice play by the Orioles second baseman.
Showing a good range. That glove side. Good approach too by Kendrys Morales as far as hitting that ball to the right side. Not throw, and Davis able to scoop it and gets Morales out. But again, a good swing by Kendrys on that pitch away.
Chris Iannetta, the batter, with 1 out. Chris had a 1-for-4 game yesterday, hit a .265. Shoots this one out to right field. Nick Markakis drifting back is there. And there is the second out of the inning. Fans on Sunday, the Angels will host Fan Fest here at the Big A. Fans in attendance will have the chance to meet select Angels, take a photo with the Rally Monkey, listen to music, and conclude the day watching the Halos take on the Orioles with 12:35 start. For more information and or to purchase your tickets, visit angels.com/FanFest. 2 quick outs for Brian Mattis as Alberto Callaspo steps in. And he'll look at a strike. Callaspo, 154 average. 2 for 21 from the left side, 2 for 5 from the right. As the count is even now at 1 ball, 1 strike. Mattis, even though he gave up 3 doubles in that first inning, did strike out 2. Alberto chops this one over the mound toward the bag at second base. Andino has it, off balance throw. It pulls Davis off the bag and hits that protective screen. So Callaspo will reach. Tough play for a second baseman, the way your momentum's carrying you towards third base to throw almost across your body back to the first base.
Exactly right. I mean, it's a tough play. Body, you're throwing across it. Pretty strong throwing arm, but it's going to run and tail towards the base runner going down the line. Very difficult for a first baseman to catch because your body's taking you that way.
And Dino's getting charged with an error. That's his first of the year, the 14th for Baltimore. Eric Ibar swinging at the first pitch, fouls it off to the right. Eric started the bottom of the first inning with a strikeout. Worked the count to 3-2. Then went after a fastball just off the plate.
And got to get back to being patient.
Shows a bunt, drops it down on the third base side. Benameat has no play. It's an infield base hit, and why not? If Benameat's going to stay back, give you that opportunity. He's got a strong throwing arm, but he had a long way to go.
And it's a good play, too. Get an opportunity for Howie Kendrick to get back up there also. 5 for 10 in his career against Brian Mattis. You're trying to get some hits, build on that, build on the confidence. Perfect bunt by Eric Ibar.
Howie Kendrick shows bunt with Benamid again playing back. It's no balls and a strike. Howie had the double. It went off the base of the wall on left center field. His 4th double of the season. Came around to score. Callaspo at second. Ibar at first. This one's bounced foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Now he pulls it foul wide of the bag at third. Markakis is always shallow and right. Same goes for Adam Jones in center field. Mattis got Morales to ground out, and Iannetta did that fly ball out for the first 2 outs of the inning. This one's fouled back.
A nice job by Howie just getting a piece of that pitch after a number of breaking pitches inside. Went away with it. Tough pitch to even be able to foul off. Mattis doing a nice job as far as throwing first pitch strikes. Getting ahead of the count so far in this game.
Howie fouls it off down the right field line, slashing into the seats. 9 of 11 batters. First pitch strikes from Mattis.
What we've seen over the sample size at the beginning part of the season, when pitchers get ahead of the count, you have a good opportunity to get people out. It's forcing your opponent to get a number of base hits to score a run instead of having a couple walks, then a base hit. Saw that yesterday, a couple walks against C.J. Wilson, a miscue by him, and 2 runs scored.
Halos with 2 runs in the first inning. 2 on with 2 outs here in the second. Pujols on deck. This one lined into center field, a base hit. Callaspo is going to be waved around. Adam Jones, a little bit of a bobble. It is 3-0 Angels. Second hit of the night for Howie Kendrick, and his 4th run batted into the season.
Boy, Adam Jones was coming in aggressively, thinking in terms of trying to throw out Callaspo at home. And this ball was hit so hard. Good inside-out approach once again. Back-to-back at-bats for Howie. Ball hit the heel of the glove and bounces away, allowing Callaspo to score.
Dino Ebel looked like he was getting ready to throw the stop sign up. That's how respected Jones's arm is and how shallow he plays, especially with Pujols coming up. But once he saw the bobble, sent Callaspo. 2 on, 2 outs. Pujols takes downstairs. Albert popped out to short in the first inning. 0 for 1. That's down in the dirt. An emergency block there by Matt Wieters.
Not a bad idea for the base runners to stay where they're at, too. That way you give Albert an opportunity to swing the bat. If they both advance, they may end up walking him at that point.
Good hitters count at 2-0. Albert fouls it back. It's 2-1.
See his reaction. Well, he got the fastball. And good hitters count. Can't imagine him throwing a fastball again here.
He does, and he skies one out toward deep left. Nolan Limo going back, and onto the warning track he goes, makes the catch, and the inning comes to an end. The Halos do get a run on a couple of hits and an error, and leave 2 men on base. Albert still looking for that first home run. Same goes for the fans here, but through 2, the Angels lead it 3-0. Albert, and everyone else here thought he got his first home run. But he didn't. And as we pointed out, the Marine layer coming in early.
Boy, last night at this point of the game, that's gone.
Jerome Williams back to work, delivers a strike on Robert Andino, 9th place hitter and second baseman. 9-1-2. Andino, Reimold, and Hardy. Andino hit a .319 with a home run and 5 runs batted in. He wanted an appeal. He went around. Bill Miller rings him up, and it's 0-2.
Another 0-2 count for Jerome. 5th of the game. Here we are in the 3rd inning.
This one hit over towards short on one hop. Ibar has it, pulls off Pujols and taps Andino on the helmet. There's out number 1.
Well, there's always a lot of talk about Albert Pujols' offense, and certainly deservedly. But his defense, we've seen it so far just in the early part of the year. There's a reason why he's won multiple Gold Gloves at that position. Very agile, fields hard line drives like we saw earlier in the game, but the ability to get off the base and apply a tag and prevent an error by your infielder is so important for the confidence of the rest of the guys in the infield. They'll help them out.
Reimold swinging at that first pitch slider. No balls and 1 strike. Nolan struck out to start the ball game. Back-to-back strikeouts actually for Williams of Reimold and Hardy. Only 2 punch outs of the game. That was just off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good sign early on too for Jerome. 4 ground ball outs. That's what he needs to be, down in the strike zone.
Breaks his bat, loops one down a left field line, and that's going to fall for a extra base hit as Trumbo cuts it off. The throw comes to third. It's a double for Reimold, his 4th of the season.
He broke his bat. Ran it in on him. A good fastball running off the plate too, but Reimold did a nice job of getting his hands tucked in and fighting it off down the line. Trumbo getting his first action in left field.
Nolan Reimold now with a 10-game hitting streak. J.J. Hardy looks to strike. Hardy, as we pointed out, a strikeout victim in the first. One ball, 1 strike. Hardy, an Arizona native, former 2nd-round pick of the Milwaukee Brewers. Acquired prior to last season by Baltimore. He's ahead of the count of 2 balls and 1 strike.
Got good power himself at that shortstop position. Was excellent as far as fielding the baseball at shortstop last year.
Two 1 pitch. Hardy swinging a miss.
Well, the interesting thing about when you look at J.J. Hardy, initially as he sets up the hit, the hands way away from his body, but then as the pitcher is going through the motion, he brings the hands in. That's why it's kind of scary when you go inside against him, because he's very quick on that pitch. Away, a little different.
Comes inside, line towards short, off the glove of Ibar into left field. Being waved around as Reimold. The throw is over the head of Kayaspa, but staying at first base is Hardy, and it's an RBI single for the Orioles shortstop.
Well, you can see when you go in, that's how quick he is. Brings the hand back in and shoots that ball just past Eric Ibar. A little bit of a different top hand spin on it, got by Ibar. Trumbo's throw high, the third base line. Reimold runs very well. They were going to definitely take that shot and try to score him.
Fifth run batted in for Hardy on the season. So the Orioles get on the board 3-1. Angels lead it here in the third with one out, one on. Nick Markakis takes a strike. Markakis on an 0-2 count pulled a sinking fastball into right field for a two-out base hit in the first. One ball, one strike. .47 pitches thrown by Jerome Williams. 31 have been strikes. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Boy, dropping his elbow creates lateral movement on the fastball instead of staying on top and sinking the fastball. One thing about Markakis, though, he will hit it into a double play ball. If you can keep that fastball down and away, he'll roll over, hit a ground ball to second.
Falls behind at 3 balls and 1 strike. With Jones on deck. Markakis, as we pointed out, off to a slow start, had abdominal surgery back in January. Swung to bat well in spring training. And he's ahead of the count here at 3-1. Pitch. Oh, look at his strike.
You wonder right now if J.J. Hardy will be moving on a 3-2 count with 1 out. Mentioned Markakis is the guy that hits the ball well, but has a tendency to try to roll over on that fastball away.
Ground down by Andino. Nice play by Ibar. Nolan Reimold with a double down the line. Hardy with an RBI single. Hardy takes off. The 3-2 is grounded toward third. Callaspo's got the skimmer across the diamond. High throw. And again, Albert Pujols putting on a clinic on how to tag guys running by you. He says, okay, I'm good. I've met my quota for the day. Feel free to hit me in the chest at some point.
Boy, a routine play, too. Just ends up not following through on the throw, but Albert making that play once again. But that's one of those plays, too, that Albert last year in a collision at first base had to reach back like that. He doesn't want to do that too often.
So Hardy now in scoring position. 2 outs for Adam Jones, who broke his bat, grounding into a fielder's choice to Callaspo in the first inning.
Might be some webbing issue in his glove. Trying to fix it. He can do it all.
Jones trying to tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. It's no balls and 1 strike. A former first-round pick himself. Seattle Mariners back in 2003. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Jones, boy, he got tied up nicely on that sinking fastball. 1-2.
Boy, as a hitter, you think you're right on that fastball, then it runs down and in. There's no way you can make contact with it.
1-2, and that's fouled into the seats. Baltimore getting one back here in the third inning. The Halos had 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Breaking pitch. Well, that's a backup breaking ball. It almost caught the inside corner.
Pretty close. Just off the inside corner.
This one out toward right field. Torrey Hunter drifting back into his left is there. Makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. Baltimore gets a run. As we head to the bottom of the third, the Angels still lead it. .com/fan guide for a chance to win a VIP experience for 2 this year at an MLB World Series game. Presented by Scott's, the official lawn care company of MLB. It's the bottom of the third. The Angels with a 3-1 lead have Torrey Hunter, Mark Trumbo, and Vernon Wells to face the left-hander Brian Mattis. 2 strikeouts, no walks, 5 hits allowed by the left-hander. As Torrey looks at a big curveball that drops in for a strike. Hunter had an RBI double in the first inning, his 4th double, his 5th run batted in, so he's 1 for 1. It's quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. Torrey strikes out swinging, and there's the first out. Sinking fastball away. 3rd punch out now for Mattis. Here comes Mark Trumbo. As you look at Brian Mattis' glove, you see the name Brady Anderson on there. Brady, a special assistant with the Baltimore Orioles. And kind of a mentor.
Yeah, they work out quite a bit during the offseason. Kind of a trainer to get him in his best shape as he could possibly be in. So paying a tribute to him there.
He finally started working with Brady. Go back to after the 2010 season, Brady asked him to come out and work out at UC Irvine. Ryan respectfully declined. And then Mattis went through last year and the struggles that he had with the injury, the horrible season that he ended up having, and then Brian stayed with it. But Brady offered once again. They've struck a friendship. That's why his name is on the glove. Trumbull lines one into center field. There's a base hit. Marked with his second hit of the game, had an RBI double in the first, and now a single with one out in the third.
Nice approach by Trumbo. I've always wondered why. If you're an athlete, that should be the thing you do often. Just get yourself in the best possible shape. That's what all you have to do during the off season. Don't change anything. Get yourself in position to be successful. You don't want to second guess yourself.
Vernon looks at a breaking pitch for a strike. He's 0 for 1, struck out to end the first. Yeah, and you look at Brian Madison, it's easy to say, well, I mean, the guy obviously is in pretty good physical shape, but you go through a season as disappointing as last year. Mentally, you need some help to talk things through. That pitch is up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike, and it's nice that at least he's got someone who has some ties to the organization, is going to be there, who could bounce things off of. And it's interesting that you got a left-handed pitcher, and it's a position player that's the guy that you're going to and bouncing things off.
Yeah, the bottom line is, as a pitcher, you know, as innings mount and pitches during the course of the season, you get fatigued in your shoulder.
Vernon skies one out toward right center field. Adam Jones drifting over. 2 down. Angel fans, be sure to log on to foxsportswest.com. Check out the features talking about the American League West as far as the Angels-Rangers rivalry, if you will. Who will win the battle for LA? The Clippers and the Lakers, and the Kings a playoff run. Vancouver Canucks first round.
Back up to Vancouver for Game 5.
How the Flyers doing?
They
fight anybody today?
They led Pittsburgh back in the series. Now it's 3-2, but it's Game 6 is in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. There's Kendrys Morales. Breaking pitch down and in.
Well, getting back to that, when you throw a lot of pitches in innings during the course of the year, your shoulder gets fatigued. If you can get some information from somebody to be able to keep that shoulder strong, be able to have good stuff in August, September, why not utilize that? And certainly Brady Anderson was a guy that always kept himself in great shape.
Nice changeup there. 1 ball, 1 strike. You faced Brady in that big year yet?
Yeah.
Was there a tip of the cap to him?
Yeah, he got me to left center field in Kansas City. When he hit it, and I thought, okay, that's a big part of the ballpark. I can walk off the mound, and he gave a courtesy look. He made it into the fountains. I was real happy, too.
Kendricks bounces this one foul. It's still a 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Well, Brady could run. He had pop in the bat. He had a good defense.
Brian Roberts to his right. Brian's been battling the concussion thing over the last season plus.
I'm pretty happy, though. They didn't anticipate him being here.
Base hit to right field. Kendrys Morales with his first base hit from the right side of the plate. It's a 2-out knock. 2 on, 2 outs. Chris Iannetta will get an opportunity.
2 good swings in a row from the right side for Kendrys. Andino made a nice play. Last at bat here, staying back, fastball away, good timing. Didn't try to do anything but go the other way with that pitch.
He tried to do that the last time too, and Andino made a nice play going to his left.
Exactly, kept that head still, didn't pull off the baseball. A lot of times you'll see a guy end up rolling over that pitch.
So Trumbo at second, Morales at first. Iannetta looks at strike 1. Chris hit a fly ball out to right field in the second inning, so he's 0 for 1. Seven hits for the Halos through 2 2/3. They're going to miss 0-2.
And these outfielders play really shallow. All 3 of them. Iannetta with good pop, too. A couple home runs this year, 14 last season.
Got him swinging. There's that off-speed pitch again. 4th strikeout of the game. The Halos lead 2 on through 3, still 3-1. You could choose the games you want to see for a very affordable price. How, you ask, Gooby?
How?
The Angels Big A plan starts at just $15 per seat and allows you to use 10 ticket vouchers however you choose from 40 Angels games. Buy your plan today at angels.com/mini plans or by calling
888-796-HALO.
Nicely done.
Is that how you do it?
That's it. Wieters, Bedemeet, and Reynolds here against Jerome Williams in the fourth inning. Wieters drove one to the wall in center field in his first AB. Wells made the catch. He's 0 for 1. That's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. First round pick himself, 5th overall. And at Georgia Tech, as he went around, Dale Scott doesn't need any help. It is 1-2.
It's never a good idea when on check swing to leave the bat out, where you can let the home plate umpire see that. Doesn't need any help at that point.
One, two, got him. Swinging down goes Wieters. There's out number 1.
A lot of credit for that strikeout goes to Chris Iannetta, the way he set him up. Sets the target high for that fastball to get the swing and miss. Solid job behind the plate for Iannetta. See, to setting the target up high and connecting the exact spot as Wieters, a low fastball hitter, cannot connect on that fastball up.
There's Bedemeet from the left side. The third baseman grounded out to Eric Ibar in the second. One ball, no strikes. Bedemeet currently on the Mike Morgan plan. 7 major league teams in 10 seasons. This one's fouled off to the left.
I saw something similar with Johnny Damon. If he gets caught up with Cleveland, it'll be 7 different teams in the American League. Different unis. Got a 2-year contract here with the O's.
Upstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike, and that in itself was kind of an interesting signing. New general manager in the house, Dan Duquette. 2-1 pitch. A little chopper to the left side. Callaspo's going to have to cut it off. Does so. And there's out number 2.
Very solid transfer by Callaspo to get Bedemeet going down the line. Roller off the end of the bat, a left-handed batter. A little more spin on it than normal. It's the only play you're going to have is the third baseman cutting across Ibar, even though he has a strong arm. Much more difficult play for the shortstop.
Albert very happy at the fact that that ball was right there, easily handled. He thanks Alberto for that
I'm
throw.
tired of having to reach back and tagging somebody. It's much easier me getting my foot on the base and moving forward away from everybody.
Mark Reynolds takes a fastball up and away. Reynolds drew a walk in the second. The only base on balls issued by Jerome Williams. 1-0. Swing and a miss. This is Albert. There you go. See, this is where I like it.
Yeah, it's much easier for me to catch that.
Sinker down and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Just got a piece of it. 2-2. Jerome trying to get his first 1, 2, 3 in. But the first 2 batters retired in the second. The same 2 as here in the fourth. Wieters and Bedemeet before walking Reynolds. Pulled foul. Another 2-2. Breaking pitch, got him swinging down. Goes Reynolds. A 1-2-3 inning for Jerome. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 3-1 Angels. Fourth inning. This MLB on Fox season, Fox Sports is proud to support Boys and Girls Club of America, a place where youth can reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. To learn more, please visit greatfutures.org/Fox Sports. Plenty of young fans in attendance here. Big Bang Friday. Halos with 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Have 9, 1 and 2 due up here in their half of the fourth inning as Brian Mattis delivers a fastball down the way. Chaos will reach on the error by Robert Andino in the second inning, and then eventually came around to score on the single by Howie Kendrick. This one sharply hit towards Andino. Has it to the backhand. Low throw, and Chris Davis can't come up with it. Andino had all day to make a throw that was somewhere near the chest of Chris Davis. Davis just couldn't come up with the ball.
Boy, plenty of time to make this play, set his feet very well, but low throw. A lot of times you'll see a first baseman be able to scoop that and pick up the infielder. Davis unable to. Boy, Baltimore struggling defensively this year at the bottom fielding percentage in the American League.
Second error of the night for Andino, the 15th committed by Baltimore. So back to the top of the order now, and Eric Ibar, who had a bunt single his last time up. A 1-for-2 night for Eric. Struck out on the first. Benedict playing it over at third base. Showing bunt, pushes one on the first base side. Wieters picks it up, fires to first, and Davis can't handle it. Short hopping the first baseman, and Ibar will reach.
Nice job there by Eric Ibar in the bunt down. Little communication problem. He just had to go a long way, then low throw. It should be a base hit for Ibar.
They're calling it a sacrifice and an error. That's kind of an odd play. The thing of it, as you go back and watch that replay, Wieters made the call, called off Mattis very quickly, but he almost took a nonchalant approach to the baseball, and once he realized Ibar was getting down the line, he tried to rush that throw. I mean, that to me is an infield base hit.
Well, I don't even know if the perfect throw he's going to get him.
But for right now, Wieters is getting charged with his fourth error of the season, third of the night for Baltimore. That might change later on. Kendrick bunts it foul. Howie 2 for 2 tonight. A double and an RBI single. Not bunting. Hughes one on the right side. Davis has it to the back and essentially works as a sacrifice. He had no play, so 2 on in scoring position with 1 out. Albert coming to the plate.
Boy, Albert is starting to square up the baseball. We talked about the ball not carrying necessarily here in April with the marine layer on the top of the wall. A little frustration, even though he didn't get a double here in the second inning. Another good swing by Albert right up against that 387 sign. He is a human being. He feels he squared up the baseball, thought, okay, I finally got the home run, so I don't have to answer that question anymore.
Well, first base is open. Here comes the intentional walk.
Buck is not afraid to do that. Remember,
no.
He did that with Barry Bonds with the bases loaded.
Yeah. Second intentional walk of the season for Albert Pujols.
These are the times for Torrey Hunter to be patient at the plate. Don't be overly aggressive. You get a fastball middle of the plate, jump on it. Anything off speed, let it go.
So the bases are loaded for Torrey Hunter. RBI double with a run scored in the first inning, struck out in the third. The Halos this year in these situations 2 for 4. Bases loaded. Infield for Baltimore looking for the double play ball and trying to get him to roll over that changeup, and it misses outside for ball 1.
Like you said, good patience.
Just got a piece of it. Back-to-back changeups from Mattis, 1-1. Carrasco at third, Ibar at second, Pujols at first base. One and two.
Boy, to slip him with that all-speed pitch away. Try to pull that. That's what happens. You pull off the baseball. You got to keep your hands back and go with the pitch. A lot of lefties are effective when you get hitters being aggressive against them when you go away on. You have to think right field.
Coming inside. Torrey loops it over to J.J. Hardy. It's a double play. The inning is over. 4 in the books. 3-1 Angels.
Visit AT&T.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. By CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax. Start here. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on.
Top of the 5th inning, still 3-1 Angels. Jerome Williams back on the bump to face 8, 9, and 1. Davis, Andino, and Reimold. Chris Davis fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Davis 0 for 1. He grounded out. Albert Pujols made that nice backhanded diving stop of that grounder. Well, the Angels with a big opportunity to tack on some runs in that bottom of the 4th. The bases loaded, 1 out. Nice pitch by Mattis, jammed. Torrey Hunter, a little humpback liner to Hardy, and Ibar got doubled up.
3 changeups and a slider down and in.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
See, as a hitter, when you're facing a guy like Mattis, you know he's not going to challenge you with a fastball in those spots. He's going to try to make you be overly aggressive. Throw pitches out of the strike zone. Even if he falls behind in the count, he's going to stay to that approach.
Two count. Jerome with 4 strikeouts, 1 walk so far. One's off the plate. It's a full count. Swing and a miss. Down goes Davis. There's out number 1. That is strikeout number 5 for Jerome. Let's go to our AT&T trivia question for this evening. Fenway Park opened 100 years ago today. I believe Statsman Norm was there.
All right.
Not including Angel Stadium, which 4 other current ballparks are 25 or more years of age?
Well, Wrigley's in there for sure. I'll tell you what, that ceremony today at Fenway was fantastic.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I had goosebumps watching that.
Norm Peters had the big megaphone announcing all the teams on the field. 1912. 0-1 pitch. Andino pops one foul behind the plate. And it's a no ball, 2 strike count.
Well, that sounded like Mike Love down there. Broke some glass.
Oh-2. Downstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dino with a ground ball to Eric Ibar, his first at bat. Check swing, he went around. Dale Scott rings him up. Back-to-back strikeouts. It's actually 3 in a row for Jerome Williams. 2 down.
What a great spot on that slider. Nice job of Chris Iannetta getting his body in position to keep that ball in front of him. Also, no question he went. He was upset with himself.
Nolan Reimold, the left fielder, the batter. Looks at a fastball for a strike. Reimold got jammed, but strong enough to fight one down the left field line for a double, and eventually came around to score in the 3rd. 1 for 2 nights so far. Good sinking action. That foul ball may have gotten a piece of Dale Scott.
Jerome's done a great job as far as when he starts that fastball in. He's not going to make a mistake over the plate with it. He starts at the inside corner and then runs it off the plate. It looks like a good pitch to hit if you're a hitter, but then it goes underneath your hands. It's very difficult to keep fair.
Breaking pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one line to left field, a base hit. Too good of a pitch on a 1-2 count. So Reimold is on board with his 2nd hit of the game.
Like a little cut fastball that stayed middle of the plate.
Number 2, shortstop, J.J. Hardy.
So men on board, 2 down. J.J. Hardy. Hardy had the RBI base hit in the 3rd inning. 5th run batted in.
Not a bad time for Jerome to step off the pitching rubber and then fire over the first base.
Reimold last year had 7 stolen bases for the Orioles. He was caught twice. First pitch to Hardy's down low. Looked like he tried to slide step there.
2 outs. Hardy with that power, I'm thinking in terms of I'm getting the batter. Already got 2 outs. Guess you just want to hold the ball, but don't throw a slide step now, because that's when you make a mistake with the pitch over the plate.
Runner goes, broken bat flare out to shallow left field. Mark Trumbo coming on, makes the running catch. That will end the inning. Nolan Reimold lost track of how many outs there were. We head to the bottom of the 5th, 3-1 Angels. Trumbo to lead things off here with the Angels on top by the score of 3-1. Trumbo, Wells, and Morales against the left-hander Brian Mattis. Marks 2 for 2, an RBI double in the first, had a single into center field in the 3rd. Eventually stranded at second base. Chasing that off-speed pitch. No balls and 1 strike, and Mattis all of a sudden really going to that changeup. Been very effective for him.
He's not afraid to go back-to-back with the changeup either.
Tied him up with that fastball in, just like he did to Torrey Hunter to end the 4th. Trumbo now in the hole at 0-2.
See, as a hitter, Mark Trumbo was looking in from the bench and saw that he had thrown Torrey Hunter back-to-back changeup, so he was thinking in that terms, but Mattis did a nice job of busting him in with the fastball. Now, wouldn't be surprised if he went back outside with the changeup, or comes in with the slider down and in.
Wieters going back inside. Here's the 0-2. Trumbo check to swing. Nope, he went around. Wieters will apply the tag. There's out number 1. Let's go back to our AT&T trivia question, talking about Fenway Park celebrating its 100th birthday today. Not including the Big A, which 4 other current ballparks are 25 or more years old? Wrigley, Dodger Stadium, celebrating its 50th season. Oakland Coliseum and Kauffman Stadium. That's crazy.
It is amazing. Really a nice job of renovation the last few seasons, getting ready for the All-Star game this year.
Wells with a ground ball to short. J.J. Hardy fires on. 2 down. Kansas City lost again tonight. 4-3 the final, and now was that 8 in a row?
Yeah, they've been struggling, giving up some leads late also.
8 in a row they've lost. They're now 3-10. Texas and the Detroit Tigers were postponed. I believe they're playing
doubleheader tomorrow.
Doubleheader tomorrow, yeah. New York beat Boston 6-2. Minnesota defeats Tampa Bay. A couple of games on the West Coast still going on. Cleveland leading Oakland. Chicago leading the Seattle Mariners.
Well, the Boston fans gave Terry Francona the tremendous standing ovation.
The biggest
when he
one,
walked out.
Right?
Yep. Well, that was we mentioned it earlier, that fantastic day at Fenway. Playing the music for Field of Dreams. There's so many former players that wore that uniform came out. Jim Rice might have been the first one taking his position in left field. Dwight Evans going to right field.
1-1 pitch. Kendricks pulls it foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Morales 1 for 2. A ground ball to second and a base hit to right field.
He fouled that right off his foot. And has the protection shin pad.
May have just missed the shin pad right off the top of the foot. Coming back inside, and this one's fouled off. Mistake by Mattis there. That ball pitching a lot of the plate.
Pretty good swing at that pitch too. So 2 really good at-bats from the right side tonight. And Dino made a nice play on his first at-bat to take away a single, but the next one a rocket in the right field.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Morales. A 1-2-3 inning for Mattis. Through 5, the Angels still lead it.
Sixth inning. Now it's time for the Coors Light Freeze Can. Albert Pujols gets a fastball middle part of the plate, and he put a perfect swing. Great balance, good weight shift, and then drives that ball all the way to the wall that was eventually caught, but a great swing by Albert Pujols, and that was our Coors Light Freeze game, brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Jerome Williams back on the bump with a 3-1 lead. Facing 3, 4, and 5 for the O's, Markakis, Jones, and Wieters. No balls and a strike. Nick Markakis with a base hit in the first inning, a ground ball to third in the third. 1 for 2 games so far. Oh, 2 count. This one line to left. Leadoff man is on board.
The thing about Markakis, very good as far as getting his hands through a high fastball. Most times you think of left-handed batters or low ball hitters, but he's very effective on fastballs up. Was up, and he went the other way with that pitch and got a base hit.
Went back there 3 times, got the first 2 strikes on the outside part of the plate.
That's when you can go a little bit further away, but down.
Adam Jones 0 for 2, fielder's choice and a fly to right. Jones pops it up. Eric Ibar with the call. 1 away. Huge out right there with Adam Jones at the plate swinging at the first pitch. Markakis still at first, and here comes Matt Wieters.
Tonight's Cold Hard Fact is brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light. Last year, Matt Wieters became the first Orioles catcher to win a Gold Glove. That's pretty surprising. We've had some good ones over the years. Oh, Ron Hendricks.
Rick Dempsey. Mickey Tettleton. Still eating Fruit Loops. Was it Fruit Loops that he ate?
Yes.
Right. Hey, it worked for him.
Yeah, it did. Trust me.
Yes. Book?
Yes.
He is.
Well, you always seem to remember those guys.
Markakis takes off. It's a hit and run. Ibar cuts in front of Kendrick, and that's a 6-3 put out from second base. Eric was covering with Markakis taking off there and just kept on going.
Markakis going just over the head of Jerome Williams, but again, an easier play. He's going towards the base. Nice throw over to Albert Pujols. Big out.
So man in scoring position with 2 down. Here's Wilson Bettamy. First pitch swinging, pops it up. Ibar coming over to his right, calls off Callaspo. The inning comes to an end. Leadoff single, stranded in scoring position. Bottom of the 6th. That's where we're headed. The Angels still on top. Second start of the season through 6 innings, has a 3-1 lead. 6 punch-outs, 1 walk. 5 hits allowed.
He's done a great job. The thing that jumps out, 1 walk. Getting around the strike zone. Good sinking action. Very good changeup also tonight.
Chris Iannetta takes a breaking ball downstairs from Brian Mattis. 1 ball, no strikes. Chris tonight is 0 for 2. He's hit a fly ball to right and he has struck out. Mattis, as a matter of fact, has matched Williams in strikeouts with 6. 2 balls, no strikes. Left-hander coming off his first 1-2-3 inning, which included 2 strikeouts, one of Trumbo and one of Kendrys Morales. (2-0) on the outside corner, 2-1. Alberto Callaspo on deck, then Eric Ibar. (90 pitches for the left-hander, 64 for strikes. The only walk he's issued was the intentional one to Pujols in the 4th. There's a leadoff walk. Fans, tomorrow the Halos will be hosting the Orioles in Game 2. That's a 6:05 start. Fans in attendance will receive an Angels hat courtesy of Smart and Final while supplies last. To purchase your tickets, visit the Angels Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com. Callaspo showing bunt, takes upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. The Orioles start to get action in their bullpen. The time is called as Wieters goes out there. Darren O'Day begins to loosen.
We got there some good change-ups. Previous couple innings now overthrowing the fastball. 3 in a row. Elevated.
Rick Adair is the pitching coach. Heads back to the dugout. Alberto's reached on the error twice. Takes a breaking pitch for a strike. 0 for 2 night for Callaspo, although he scored a run. That was back in the 2nd. Benamite way in at third base. Davis holding Iannetta at first. Not bunting. Trying to shoot it to the right side, fouls it off, and it's 1-2. Not a bad idea, especially with Davis having to hold on the base runner at first.
And a lot of times in a bunt situation as a pitcher, you're more relaxed. You're trying to go fastball up and try to get him to pop up the bunt. It becomes a very hittable pitch, and he had a good pitch to hit Callaspo there, but fouled it off.
The 1-2. Alberto chops one to the left side. Benamite with a diving stop of it, gets up, fires the first, and safe at first. Infield base hit for Alberto Callaspo.
Benamite with a strong arm. Callaspo just barely beat it out. Looked like the Baltimore Orioles thought he beat it out at first base either. They were pretty upset at the call. Nice play, diving, getting up, and then throwing across the diamond.
So 2 on and nobody out. Here comes Eric Ibar. Good hustle out of the box for Callaspo, especially from the right side of the plate. 8th hit of the night for the Angels. Orioles anticipating a bunt here, but Mattis fires on to Andino. And now Dino is going to come down and talk things over with Ibar. O'Day should be ready to go in the bullpen for the Orioles. Mattis now at 95 pitches. 6 punch-outs, 2 walks. He started this inning by walking Iannetta. And now that infield base hit to Callaspo. Showing bunt. He pops it foul back behind the screen. It's 0-1. Baltimore with a run on 5 hits, 3 errors. They've stranded 5 men on base. The Angels 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 7 left on base. Again, squaring up, takes that pitch down low. Evens the count. Mattis thought he had a strike.
Oh, quick pitch, too. It's more difficult for Iannetta at second base to get a good secondary leave and go if Ibar gets that bunt down.
Outfield for the Orioles, extremely shallow. Reimold, Jones, Markakis from left to right. Here's the 1-1, the Butcher Boy. He takes that pitch outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, it's no fun if you're a third baseman coming down the line. You see a guy squaring up and then pulling the bat back. Especially on a slow curveball, that ball is going to be hit hard right by you at third base.
Off the plate, 3 balls and 1 strike. These are those frustrating moments as a manager where you've got a guy that essentially is trying to give you an out. And you're starting to nibble just a little bit on the outside part of the plate. A stark contrast for a young man who looked like he was back on track in the 5th inning. A 1-2-3 inning with a couple of strikeouts. Good breaking pitches, good location. 3-1. He walked him and the bases are loaded. That will more than likely do it. With Howie Kendrick due up, Buck Showalter is coming up the top step. That's going to be it for Brian Mattis. At 100 pitches, the left-hander is going to depart here, and he will do so with the bases loaded. It's a 3-1 Angels lead with nobody out here in the 6th.
To you by the new Southwest Patty Melt from Carl's Jr. With jalapenos, pepper jack cheese, and Santa Fe sauce. It's a spicy twist on a classic burger. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Dodge.
3-1 Angels lead it. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's Brian Mattis. Departs after 5 plus 3 batters. Property all over the bases here. 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. They're in and out. Who's in, who's out. Mattis is done. Darren O'Day is on in relief.
Darren O'Day is a guy that Works down the strike zone. Submarine pitcher. Fastball, not overpowering. We're between 82 and 86. Slider, frisbee slider. And a nice job for him. The whole bullpen for Baltimore so far this year has been pretty solid.
Yeah, this is the 5th game for Darren O'Day. 1-0 record, a 1.80 ERA, 5 innings, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Howie swinging first pitch, comes up empty, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Kendrick had a double with a run score to the first, an RBI single in the second, and a ground out in the 4th. That's a 2-for-3 game. O'Day spent a lot of time on the DL last year with right shoulder inflammation. Breaking pitch, hammered out toward right center field. This one chasing Adam Jones back. Still going back, not going to get it. One hopper off the fence. Ionetta's going to score. Kayasma's being waved in. Ibar's going to be stopped at third. Now he comes home. The throw to the plate. Not in time. 6-1 Angels on the double by Howie Kendrick.
Boy, this is a great approach by Howie, that inside-out approach. The pitch elevated enough to drive the ball well. That's what you're trying to do as a hitter there. You're trying to get a pitch up. Back up. Could have been a slider that stayed inner half for Darren O'Day, and Howie made him pay for it.
Howie more than likely will get credit for 2 runs batted in as Ibar was stopping at third and then only came in to score on that ball that got away. Albert Pujols looks at a fastball for a strike. And if that is indeed the case, it will be the 4th error of the night for the Orioles. Second double of the game for Howie Kendrick. Pujols with an 0-1 count. Nobody out. Outside. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Albert. It was popped to short, hit a deep fly ball to left field, and was intentionally walked in the 4th inning. The book on Brian Mattis now closed. Breaking pitch, chopped on the ground toward third. Betemit has it, long throw across, and Pujols is retired for out number 1.
Well, but just getting back to Eric Ibar, his instincts, both in the field, at the plate, and then on the bases, I mean, be able to score on that one. Just turned it on to be able to get, once that ball got by at shortstop, just turned it on, is able to score that 6th run. Outstanding baseball instincts for Eric Ibar.
Adam Jones gets charged with the error that allowed Ibar to score. So 2 runs batted in for Howie Kendrick, 3 on the night. Torrey Hunter at the plate. Oh, 1 count. Torrey with an RBI double in the 1st inning. A strikeout in the 3rd and a double play line out in the 4th. A 1-for-3 night. Oh-2 count. O'Day had an incredible season with the Texas Rangers in 2010. 72 games, a career high, 6-2 record, a 2.03 ERA.
Well, certainly a guy that can pitch a ton of games for you.
This inning started when Chris Ionetta drew the leadoff walk. Kayasma with the infield base hit. Ibar with a walk to load him up for Kendrick. 0-2, got him swinging, 2 down.
Moving fastball up, slider away, fastball back upstairs. So
Trumbo comes up with an RBI opportunity. He's had 2 hits tonight, 2 for 3. 1 double, 1 run batted in. Fastball is in for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Ryan Mattis getting charged for the 6 runs, 5 earned tonight. O'Day responsible for Kendrick at second. Slider got him swinging. And that will end the inning. But the Halos get 3 runs, courtesy of the double off the bat of Howie Kendrick, his second of the ballgame. 6 in the books. The Angels lead at 6-1. Howie Kendrick has had a 3 RBI game, 3 hit game as well, a single and 2 doubles. Jerome Williams back out on the mound. Defensive changes. Peter Borges takes over in center field. That will move Vernon Wells to left. So Mark Trumbo is done for the night. Borges goes into the 5th spot in the order, just behind Torrey Hunter. Baltimore here in the 7th will have the bottom 3rd. Reynolds, Davis, and Andino. This one's chopped on the ground to the right side. Pujols will wave off Jerome. 1 pitch and 1 out. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP.
Well, there's 1 pitch outs late in the game, or just make you feel so good, it energizes you again. Jerome's been doing a great job as far as getting ahead of the count, changing speeds, sinking that fastball.
Chris Davis looks at a sinking fastball down and away. The Angels have some action going in their bullpen, double barrel action. Hisanori Takahashi, the left-hander, and LaTroy Hawkins, the right-handers. Davis pulls one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Torrey over to try to cut it off. Davis is going to try to go to second base. A throw from Hunter is off target. So Chris Davis picks up a double, his first hit of the night. His 5th double of the season.
That's the talk it's been in Baltimore about Chris Davis shortening up his swing. A lot of times we saw down in Texas an uppercut swing, susceptible to breaking pitches in the dirt, high fastballs. More consistent with his swing this year.
Here's Robert Andino, the second baseman. He's grounded to short, and he has struck out as that breaking pitch is down and away. As we point out, the Angels and the bullpen, Hawkins on the left and Takahashi on the right. Bobby Cazaval starting his rehab, was up at AAA Salt Lake. First rehab outing, gave up 2 hits, 1 infield hit, 1 walk, no runs came across. Andino punches one over to the right side. Boy, that ball had a lot of spin. Pujols takes the out. He thought about going to third.
Not at this point in the game when you're trying to get outs.
3-1 goes to put out, 2 down. By the way, in that game, also, Mike Trout remains red hot. 3 for 4 with 4 runs batted in tonight. Salt Lake defeated Vegas 10-2.
Pretty good player. Yeah.
Still north of 400, I believe.
Slowed in spring training with an illness, and then his throwing shoulder. He's a special player. He had his first career home run against Baltimore in Camden Yards. Kind of a ton of family.
Nolan Reimel, the batter, with 2 outs. Davis over at third. First pitch is in for a strike. 100 pitches for Jerome. One pitch. Reimel skies one out toward deep left center field. Wells and Borges going back at the wall, and that's gone. A 2-run home run. It's a 6-3 lead. 3-hit game for Nolan Reimel. That's his 5th home run of the season.
10th RBI.
And that's going to be it for Jerome Williams, who will depart here.
And when he went the fastball, and had to want it up and in, it was down and in, no doubter.
Mike Soshib comes out, brings the hook with him. Jerome Williams will depart with a nice round of applause in his second start of the season. He departs with a 6-3 lead.
Pollo Loco, crazy you can taste. And by Southern California Toyota. Check out the full line of fuel-efficient vehicles at your Southern California Toyota dealer.
2 outs here in the 7th inning. A 2-run home run by Nolan Reimel chases Jerome Williams. 6 2/3, 7 hits, including that home run. 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 runs, all 3 earned. Terrific outing for the young right-hander. LaTroy Hawkins, the veteran, is on in relief to face J.J. Hardy. The first fastball is in for a strike.
He was free and easy with that delivery. Still a very good fastball, very good breaking pitch.
5 innings for LaTroy in his 5 outings so far. It's downstairs. 3 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. J.J. Hardy's had a 1-for-3 game, had an RBI single in the 3rd inning. LaTroy pitched last night, going 1 inning and allowing a hit. On the outside corner, 1-2.
Like that spot mentioned about J.J. Hardy with his hands out over the plate, then brings it back in, looking for something on the inner half. Now a good time to throw the curveball. Late though on the fastball away.
Here's the 1-2. Down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he tried it, just missed off the plate.
Two. Outside with a fastball, full count. Nick Markakis on deck. Here's the payoff pitch. Hardy bounces it foul. The Halos with 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the 6th. The Orioles with 1 in the 3rd inning, 2 so far here in the 7th. Nolan Reimel, his 5th home run of the season, 2-run shot. Now 10 runs batted in. He's also had a single and a double, so triple shy of the cycle. This one sharply hit right to Alberto Callaspo. Goes across the diamond. The inning comes to an end. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A, and the Halos with a 6-3 lead. Lead, bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Revisit our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, Vernon Wells He loves Baltimore. He loves rock and roll, just like Joan Jett loves the Baltimore Orioles. Vernon with tremendous numbers against Baltimore. 35 career home runs. I still feel it for Vernon. The rest of the offense picked him up here, scoring that 6 runs on 9 base hits, hitting the ball well.
Vernon tonight 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a fly to center, and a ground ball to short. There's his numbers in his career against the Orioles. Wells, Morales, and Iannetta, 6, 7, and 8. O'Day came on for Brian Mattis with nobody out in the 6th, and gave up that double to Howie Kendrick, but then got Pujols on the ground out and struck out Hunter and Trumbo. There's a frisbee slider, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Line toward the corner in left field. That's going to get down. Reimold able to cut it off. Wells is on his way to second, and he is in there with a leadoff double.
See, I told you, like Baltimore pitching. Turns on it, gets a double. 3rd double this season for Vernon.
Had an RBI double last night.
Fastball that ran down and in. Nice job as far as getting his hands through the baseball. Hitting it down the left field line for a double.
Kendrys Morales comes up 1 for 3. Base hit back into 3rd. Spins around to hit from the left side. Just out in front of that breaking pitch. No balls and 1 strike. Second consecutive night in which the Angels have had 10 hits on the board.
Henry's still trying to make sure at the very least hits the ball to the right side of the infield to advance Vernon to 3rd base.
5 doubles in the game tonight. Season high for the Angels. They've had plenty of more opportunities to score runs tonight. The Angels just 4 for 13 with men in scoring position this evening. Pulled this one foul, and it's no balls, 2 strikes.
Right there, the day doesn't come to a complete stop sometimes out of that stretch position. When you do that, you probably can call a ball. Has to be quick. And the sidewinders are very difficult to slow down a running game unless you utilize a slide step and quick pitch.
Hardy trying to keep Wells close to the bag, and Kendrys pops this one up 3rd base side near the dugout, and that's going to be out of play. Still a no ball, 2 strike count. Nobody out. This one looped down the line. Long run for Bettamy, tailing away from him. Kendrys able to keep his at bat ongoing.
Pretty good play coverage because that was a pretty tough pitch. Starts that breaking ball around the outside part of the plate and catching the corner.
Chris Iannetta on deck as Kendry shoots this one down the line, and that is just foul. Figured you're going to keep staying away from me in those situations. That pitch. Take my shot down the left field line.
Saw that with Markakis against Jerome Williams. Same thing. Fastball away, then fastball up and away. You're able to keep your hands through the baseball, hit it the other way. Try to go elevate the fastball, but he kept his hands quiet through that swing and just missed. And another double for the Angels tonight. Brings Wieters out to the mound to talk to Darren O'Day, thinking, okay, he's tracking that pitch away now. Do we try to throw that frisbee slider in?
The 0-2 again. Little dribble right back to O'Day. Looks Wells back, throws a strike to Chris Davis, and there's the first out. So 1 out, 1 on. Chris Iannetta coming to the plate. Pretty good pitching matchup coming up tomorrow night. Remember, it's a 6:05 start tomorrow night. Jake Arrieta off to a nice start, 1-0 record, a 2.66 ERA. He'll be opposed by Jared Weaver, looking for his 3rd win of the season. Iannetta fouls it back. Then on Sunday, Fan Fest. Everything kicks off around 7 o'clock with the 5K run. All kinds of stuff going on. A 12:35 start here for the finale of this 3-game set. Dan Herod looking for his first win, going up against the left-hander Wei Yin Chen. 0-1 pitch outside. Ball on a strike. Baltimore with 4 errors tonight. See Scott Downs loosened. He'll be coming on in the 8th. More than likely get one of those overturned, perhaps, maybe 2, but not for sure the eyeball one. They've gone for a base hit. Chris takes outside. It's 2-1.
Even the Callaspo play, Dino on the reins to the backhand, pretty close.
Breaking ball, foul back, just below us. That may have gone into the press row down there. Well, two balls, 2 strikes.
Good swing at that fastball. Fouled it straight back.
Down up swinging, sinking fastball. 2 down. So Wells still standing at second base. And Alberto Callaspo coming to the plate. He's been on board 3 times, twice courtesy of a Robert Andino error. The last time he had a base hit. Infield variety, and he has scored twice. Backdoor slider gets a strike. (6-3) Angels. Bottom of the 7th. Wells His third double of the season, leading off the inning, still at second base with 2 outs. Now Wieters wants to call time and talk things over. Albert Pujols will get another opportunity. Appears in the 8th inning. He's got a 9-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 3 today. One ball, 1 strike. Downs ready to go, and in the top of the 8th inning, he'll be facing Markakis, Jones, and Wieters. Two balls, 1 strike. Eric Ibar on deck. He's been on board 3 times. Bunt base hit in the 2nd. Should have had another bunt base hit in the 4th. That was an error charge to Wieters, and then he walked in the 6th. And that loaded things up. On the outside corner, 2-2. .30 pitches now for O'Day.
Only 24 in the strike zone for him, though.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Callasco, and the Angels waste a leadoff double, leaving them in scoring position. Through 7, 6-3. Halos still on top. It's the top of the 8th inning. A 6-3 Angels lead. Scott Downs getting his warm-up tosses in. We walk into a broadcast booth. Today, Jerome Williams in his 2nd major league start did a terrific job of limiting an offense that had been swinging the bats very well.
Yeah, a lot of power in their offense. He had a good sinking action on the fastball, offset it with a good breaking ball inside. So he did a nice job as far as throwing strikes and utilizing the defense.
The Orioles have 3, 4, and 5 coming up against Scott Downs. That's the way Mike Scioscia likes to build it, where you get Scott Downs in the 8th inning in a perfect world, and Jordan Walden in the 9th.
And that's the thing. Once they do establish their position down and out of the bullpen for Mike Scioscia, that's when everyone gets into their comfort zone. Scott Downs, 8th inning guy. But Troy Hawkins will do some 8th inning pitching also, but the 7th inning guy, and of course Jordan Walden closing up ball games. Hopefully an opportunity to be able to get a save for him.
Nick Markakis to lead things off, followed by Adam Jones and then Matt Wieters. So Troy Hawkins went 1/3 of an inning, hitting the ground ball off the bat of J.J. Hardy to finish the 7th inning. Markakis has had a couple of singles. One to right, one to left. Downs' first pitch is down low. 6th game for Scott Downs. 3 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. He falls behind at 2 balls and no strikes. A 2-1 count now. Jerome Williams, second start of the year, 6 2/3. 7 runs, 7 hits, 3 runs, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. Gave up the home run to Nolan Reimold. 2-1, 2-2.
A hit rate on the outside corner at 89. The pitch before at 88. Markakis is asking Dale Scott if that pitch was on the plate. If you're a pitcher right now, just try to hit a corner.
Late on that pitch. The count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think Dale Scott would go with the expanded, in his honor, Eric Gregg strike zone.
Quite possibly. That was a long discussion about a 2-1 pitch prior to that foul ball.
2-2. Missed outside, full count. Was that the
it's a playoff game?
Marlins, Giants, Levon Hernandez game?
Yes.
Down in Miami. That zone just kept getting bigger, bigger.
Yeah, he liked ringing people up in that game.
Here comes the 3-2, and Markakis takes down low. It's a leadoff walk. Folks, take the Angels with you this season by subscribing to MLB.tv today to see every Angels out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Angels.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Adam Jones, the batter. Center fielder's 0 for 3 today. First pitch strike.
A good spot with that fastball. And you want to get ahead of the count, you can expand the strike zone, maybe get a ground ball, and an infielder get 2 outs with 1 swing.
He lines this one to left field. Vernon Wells back a couple of steps, makes the catch. 1 out. Markakis remains at first base. Matt Wieters will step up, spin around and hit from the right side.
Boy, Adam Jones has had some pitches to hit, and he's missed the last 3 at bats. He's pretty frustrated going into the dugout.
Wieters tonight 0 for 3. A fly out, a strikeout, and a ground out this year from the right side of the plate. 3 for 9. All 4 of his home runs and 9 runs batted in coming from the left. 0-1. Baltimore has action going in their bullpen. Looks like Darren O'Day is more than likely done after his 2-inning stint, allowing 2 hits and striking out 4. Luis Ayala is playing catch. Wieters rolls this one down a line foul. No balls, 2 strikes. The Halos in the bottom of the 8th inning have 1, 2, 3 coming up. Ibar, Kendrick, and Pujols. Got him. Swinging down goes Wieters, 2 down.
This guy down so effective when he can go outside, he go back inside, paints the corners very well with good movement on that fastball at 89. Doesn't stay straight. He has a little bit of a, turns his wrists over to be able to create sink on that pitch.
You watch that swing by Wieters on that very last pitch. He's anticipating that ball continuing to cut in toward the hands there. Then all of a sudden that ball goes the other way. No contact. The second out. Wilson Benameed, also a switch hitter, will spin around to hit from the right side. Benameed this year from the right side of the plate, 2 for 10. Chops this one on the ground towards short. Here comes Ibar. He fire on to first. The inning comes to an end. 31st scoreless outing for Scott Downs here at the Big A. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Angels still on top.
Getting some high fives, nice job. You know, he's a little upset at himself for that walk, but other than that, good pitch, especially to Wieters to be able to get the punch out with that sinking action. Trying to show the arm angle to be able to create that type of sink on the fastball with Chris Iannetta.
Luis Ayala comes on in place of Darren O'Day. O'Day did a nice job in his 2 innings, although he did give up that big double with the bases loaded, nobody out to Howie Kendrick. Struck out 4. Also gave up a leadoff double to Wells in the 7th. The Angels left him stranded in scoring position.
Ayala fastball, slider, cut fastball, changeup. Fastball 89 to 93.
6th game for Luis. Has a 1-0 record, no ERA, 5 innings, 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Ibar hitting from the left side has had a 1 for 3 game. Bunt base hit in the 2nd. Walked and scored in the 6th. No balls and 1 strike. Ayala's been around a little bit, 34 years of age. Began his pitching career, pitching down in Mexico. Signed with the Montreal Expos, pitched a little bit with the Nationals. Falls behind here, 2 balls and 1 strike. He's also pitched for the Mets, the Twins, the Marlins, And the New York Yankees last year got into 52 games for the Pinstripers last season, went 2-2 and a 2.09 ERA.
It's very effective for him out of that bullpen.
Two balls, two strikes. Eric fouling that pitch back.
Eric swinging that slider down and in again. Just try to lay off that pitch.
Two on its way. Little chopper to the left side. Benaby cuts it off. One out. Well, here comes Howie Kendrick. Had a big game, a 3-hit affair. A single and 2 doubles, 3 runs batted in. Six runs batted in now for Howie. 5 doubles on the year. He loops this one out towards shallow center field. Adam Jones is coming on. 2 down. Looking ahead to the top of the 9th inning for the Orioles with Jordan Walden presumably coming in. Reynolds, Davis, and Andino. 7, 8, 9 due up. One ball, no strikes. Pujols with a 9-game hitting streak on the line. Was popped out to short, hit a fly ball to left that was deep. But caught at the warning track. An intentional walk and a ground out. Shot foul. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Three infielders on the left side for the Orioles as Albert fouls this one. It's 1 and 2. First time we've seen that kind of an overshift against Albert this year.
Especially with Ayala's going to throw that 2-seam fastball, sink it down and in. Anticipating the ball in the inner half, and Albert hitting the ball on the ground that side.
Weeder sets up inside, and that pitch is down low. 2 and 2. Outfield straight around against Albert. Full count. Torrey Hunter on deck. David Carpenter and Jordan Walden playing catch. Walden will come on. This remains a save opportunity. 3-2. This one out toward the alley left center field. Rivaled over. Makes the catch, and the Angels go down in order. We head to the 9th. The Halos with a 6-3 lead. Angels with a 6-3 lead have turned the baseball over to Jordan Walden. Go back to that last at bat by Albert Pujols.
Hit well, but the anticipation of something magical in the stands all night long, waiting for that first big fly.
Not hanging on every swing or anything.
No, not at all.
Why would you? Jordan Walden called upon. This will be his first save opportunity to face 7, 8, and 9. The Angels, the only team in Major League Baseball without a save.
And Jordan with outstanding stuff. 96 to 99 mile an hour fastball. Very good slider. Changeup we saw last time out. Not afraid to throw that. It's left-handed batters. Bottom line is aggressive in the strike zone.
Reynolds with a walk, a strikeout, and a ground out. Fastball is way upstairs. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Walden pitching in his 4th game, no record of .675 ERA. That pitch is in for a strike. Two and 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts and 2 walks. On the outside corner, 1 and 2. One, two. Breaking pitch. Almost got Reynolds to chase it.
Let's go right now with that fastball. Get him that thought process as a hitter. Showed him the slider. Go with the fastball.
2-2. Overthrowing that fastball. It's a full count. Jordan pitched 2 days ago, went 2/3 of an inning. He walked him. Leadoff man is on.
Number 19, first baseman, Chris Davis.
Davis, the Orioles' first baseman, is 1 for 3. Double with a run scored. That came in the 7th. $32,272 in the house tonight. One ball, no strikes. Lack of command by Jordan. Lack of work certainly impedes the progress. There's a strike. 1-1.
This makes you overthrow pitches. Yes, most closers, they prefer to be able to have back-to-back games and save situations. Some even back-to-back-to-back if they can. The more work, the more effective.
Davis fouls it back into the left. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Robert Andino on deck. Nolan Reimold in the hole. Another 1-2. Popped up. Third base side. Kayasper giving chase, but that one's tailing into the seats.
Only threw him a changeup.
Down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he had him set up for that fastball after the last pitch being a changeup. Difference of 12 miles an hour on that pitch compared to the changeup.
Reynolds with a leadoff walk, standing over at first base, still looking for that first down. Davis fouls it back. They did make a scoring change. They just announced that the Ibar bunt in the 4th inning, in which Matt Wieters was charged with an error. It's actually an infield base hit. No error on Wieters, so Ibar with a multi-hit game for the 2nd straight. So only 3 errors in the game for Baltimore, not 4. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Davis. 1 out.
Low cheese at 97. Right by him.
And Dino, the batter, he's the second baseman. 0 for 3. Reynolds still over at first. 1-0 count.
Sometimes he pulls across on his mechanics. That's why you see the fastball go off the plate. What I mean by that, that front shoulder opens up, and then he forces this throwing arm to be able to end up on the first base side of the mound.
It's 2-0. Jordan trying to close it out for Jerome Williams. On a corner, 2-1. Williams 6 2/3, looking for his first win of the season. For Troy Hawkins, 1/3 of an inning. Scott Downs, 1 inning. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. This really hurts too for Jordan Walden, who's banked so many pitches, so many deep counts. Run the pitch count total up. Limit your availability.
That's the thing that goes unnoticed sometimes, the amount of pitches a closer will throw.
On the corner, full count. Don't believe that Andino thought that was a strike. Taking his time climbing back into the batter's box. At 3-2. This one fouled off to the right. .20 pitches thrown by Jordan Walden, looking to pick up his first save. The Angels with 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the 6th. Baltimore with 1 in the 3rd and 2 in the 7th. 11 hits for the Halos. They've stranded 9. Baltimore 7 hits, 3 errors, and 6 left on. Another 3-2. This one shot to right field, playable for Torrey Hunter. Now makes the catch and try to deke Mark Reynolds as if he lost the baseball in the lights. It almost worked. Reynolds did take a little bit of a stutter step towards second base.
Worth a try.
At least that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for the smile from Torrey.
He knew it.
Yeah. The Angels 1 out away of snapping their 3-game losing streak. Nolan Rivals had a big game. A single, a double, and a home run. Reynolds takes off. The fastball is in for a strike.
Obviously, with 2 outs, they need to hold them anymore. And Reynolds gets in the scoring position. 1 out, you keep him there at first, just in case you get a ground ball double play and end the ball game.
Fouled straight back, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2. Slider bouncing into the dirt, and it goes over the screen. So Reynolds will advance to third base on the wild pitch.
Boy, overthrowing this slider big time. And that ball hit the shoulder of Chris Ionnet as he tried to get the glove out and try to keep his body in front.
In the dirt, gets away from Ionnet. Reynolds will stop over at third base. He's not going anywhere.
Nice job by Ionnet is to get any part of that baseball. There's a lot of trust goes into this if you're a pitcher when you see your catcher able to at least get a piece of that slider in the dirt.
Two, fouled off to the right. Another 2-2. Chopper to short. Ibar has it on to first. Light that baby up as the Angels snapped their three-game losing streak, taking game one against the Orioles by the final of 6-3.
Boy, some good hitting for the Angels today. 5 doubles. And Jerome Williams, an outstanding start. Howie Kendrick with that big double with the bases loaded. 3 hits in the game. 4 RBI for Howie Kendrick. Solid performance all around. Mike Scioscia had this planned perfectly. Troy Hawkins follow up. Jerome Williams, Scott Downs, and Jordan Walden getting his first save of the season.
6-3 the final. Jerome now 1-1 on the year. Brian Mattis takes the loss. He moves to 0-3. And Jordan Walden notching his first save. Howie Kendrick with a very big game. 3 hits for him, 2 doubles, 3 runs batted in. The offense, Scooby, once again, a nice performance. Last night 10 hits. Tonight 11 hits, even though Albert Pujols did not collect one of them. You like to see that, I guess, a little bit, even though the
Yeah, it's real good approaches.
Absolutely.
I mean, they squared up some baseballs very well, and when you do that, you have a chance of putting up some good numbers.
Well, we're anticipating Howie Kendrick to join us. And, hey, Howie, it's Victor and Gooby. Glad you could join us, man. Big win for the ball club considering the 3-game losing streak and great approaches at the plate tonight.
Yeah, I feel like we, as a team, everybody went out and had a great at-bats today. And, we got it done with runners in scoring position today. I think that's one of the biggest things that, the difference between the past couple of days. I mean, we've been scuffling a little bit, but today is hopefully it's a sign of change.
How you come up there with the bases loaded. What are you trying to do in that particular point? You did a good swing on Darren O'Day, but what was your game plan?
Just trying to get a ball I can drive. He made a mistake out over the middle of the plate. I put a good swing on it. It got us 3 runs. So, there's no better feeling than that coming through in a clutch situation like that. Especially when our team's been scuffling a little bit, and it just feels good to be able to get some runs on the board.
Now, defensively, it's got to be nice to see Jerome Williams bounce back after a tough start against the Yankees. Had the sinker working tonight.
Oh, yeah, Jerome, I mean, he went out, New York, he had a little bit of a rough start, but bounced back tonight. He got a lot of ground balls, struck a few guys out here and there, and, he gave us opportunity to win tonight. And I think our pitching staff's been doing a great job this year, and, it's up to us to try to pick up the game, put some runs on the board, and at the same time, if they keep putting up zeros, we'll win a lot of ball games.
Howie, as always, we appreciate it. Give it up for Howie Kendrick. A big double, 3 runs batted in, a single 3-hit game for Kendrick, a big game overall for the Angels offense. 11 total hits. They snapped that 3-game losing streak, taking game 1 against the Baltimore Orioles. The final, once again, the Angels win it by the final of 6-3. Stick around. Angels Live is coming up next with Michael Leeds and Jose Mota. We'll have all the highlights and interviews and analysis. That is coming right up.